The sun is shining here in the Algarve. There are 64 junior players warming up in the practice area. Welcome to the Junior Team Golf Home Nations Final. Welcome to the wonderful Morgado Golf Resort for the 24th Junior Team Golf Home Nations Final, the largest junior team competition in Europe. Over 1,500 teams have played qualifying matches just to be here, and past participants include the likes of Matt Fitzpatrick, Nick Doherty and Grant Forrest. Well, there's a lot of action to come, but first of all, let's see how some of the teams qualified to get here. Welcome to the beautiful east coast of Scotland and to Carnoustie, the stunning venue of the last British Open. We're here at the Junior Team Golf Scotland Final. Golf has been played for over 4 centuries at Carnoustie, and here at the Budden course, designed by Dave Thomas and Peter Allis, the Scottish finalists will enjoy an absolute gem which combines traditional golf links with heathland elements. The competing teams are Cruden Bay, Drumpellier, Kilmarnock-Barassie and previous finalist Turnhouse. Well, as you can see, the weather is a bit of a mixed bag. We've got wind, we've got rain and hopefully some sunshine later. So with the prospect of a titanic tartan tussle at hand, let's see which of our Scottish stalwarts will lift their game, raise the trophy and win the Scottish crown. Let's join them on the course.
It's great to have such a close team. Everyone feels a part of the team, and even just to get close, you have having range sessions at night, so we all go down, hit balls, have a laugh, so just to get comfortable with each other.
Yeah, I mean, when we were away up in Aberdeen, it's just kind of getting everyone to bed early, trying to keep them all close when we're out playing normally at Turnhouse. So yeah, it's been good.
Great, absolutely great. The boys have done fantastically well all year. Second time asking, nearly made it last year and fell at the final hurdle, so very proud of them all. Hoping they go out and enjoy themselves and see what happens on the day, play well.
That's what it's all about, taking part.
Yes, very proud, yeah. They've had a great season. They've been in most finals, local finals, and this is just a wee bonus for them. So if we get to Portugal, a bigger bonus, that's all.
Well, this is Scotland. It's a little bit blowy, and that's not the first time I've said that. The first player we're going to see here is Luke Campbell, representing Drumpellier. Nice looking strike to begin with. The thing that impresses you more and more is the poise of these young players. And Campbell again plays off 16. Just look at the leaves. A rather autumnal might be the phrase, I would have thought. Too many to clear. Hayden Tasker through the leaves. I know, a little unlucky, just clipping the edge of the hole. By no means a gimme. What about Lewis Irvine from Turnhouse? The ball didn't turn. Disappointing that. Par putt for Campbell. No trouble. Wriggled a little bit, but found the destination. +4 at the moment. Tasker though, -3 from Kilmarnock-Barassie. And all these players are excellent and holding out here under the watchful eye of the chairperson of the Carnoustie Golf Links Trust, Pat Sawyers.
We're absolutely delighted to host this final. I think we've had a fantastic run of tournaments. To host a junior golf final here really means a lot to Carnoustie. We put a lot of effort into junior golf. There's not a Carnoustie team in this year, but going forward, hopefully we'll see the fruits of our junior programme and we will be able to have a team enter this. We want to expand this so that we can bring in more junior tournaments to Carnoustie and showcase Carnoustie, not just the championship course, but showcase the other 2 courses as well.
Well, I always think of Scotland as the home of golf, and here's a lucky lad. Mark McMillan plays at the delightful Drumpellier course in Lanarkshire, and they learn the good things about the game, the etiquette, the sport and the ability. Look at that, well coached, Beautifully judged. I referred to the wind earlier, and it's whipping up considerably. First look at young Kinghorn here, who's got a good future in the game, judging by that shot. Super, absolutely super. Callum Robinson from Turnhouse. Well, I think you'd be disappointed with that one. But the wind whipping around our microphones, as you can tell here, but playing any sport in fierce winds is difficult. Well, that's just unfortunate. It only needed one more roll, one agonising roll. Mark Miller 4 from John Pellier, 6 over. Kinghorn again at the 18th here. That was a birdie putt. Still a little work left in it. But extremely composed. I like the way they conduct themselves, and there we have a good example of that. Hats off. Well played. And on to the next round. They've got thousands of rounds left in their young careers. Robinson holds from no more than a couple of feet, and it is handshake time. Two very promising young players contending with the conditions here as well as anybody. So here is the result from Carnoustie, and it's Kilmarnock Barassi and Cruden Bay who will be going through to the finals in Morgado. The best gross from Alistair Kinghorn there, we saw him 69, and Aidan Tasker with the best net score of 63. Good going, boys.
The winners, champions of Scotland and representing Scotland in Morgado in Portugal in January 2019 with 356 points, Kilmarnock Barassi.
Well, from the brutal winds of Carnoustie, we're here at the sublime Camberwell Park Golf Club for the Junior Team Golf England Final. This spectacular 45-hole course encompasses a wonderful blend of rolling countryside, lakes, streams and natural woodland. Well, this will be quite a test for our teams to contend with, and they are Burr Hill, Huddersfield, West Herts, Rossendale and 2017 champions Beadlow Manor. Well, the forecast is sunny but chilly for today, but let's see which of our competitors can actually battle it out with the vagaries of the course and their competitors' onslaught to take the English crown. Let's see how they're getting on.
It feels good to have the opportunity again. Hopefully we can get back to Portugal, and it's good, it's fun there, so hopefully we can win it again.
Yeah, really looking forward to it, and it's a really big honour. Hopefully we can get to Portugal.
And how does it feel for you? Is it Thomas or Matthew?
Thomas. Yeah, same as Matthew, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's our first time and we're thrilled to be here, so yeah, we're really looking forward to it. The weather's not quite as bad as it was yesterday on the practice round, so we're looking forward to getting out and getting started now.
You just have to keep them motivated. Just time to keep it going, obviously, with its windy and tough conditions. You just have to try them, just don't give up, because you never know, if you're on a bad round and you score, might still have to count. So
we've got pretty lucky, but played good golf along the way. Just go out there and enjoy it and play good golf, really. Can't really ask for much more than that.
Bless him, absolutely right. We all want to play to our potential. Let's see if Jamie Gibbons does here at the 9th, representing Beadlow Manor, the 2017 champions. And this looks very good, very good. Oh, I do not believe it. I think that's the first hole-in-one we've ever seen live. Well done, Jamie.
To be honest, I didn't think it was that great, but luck here and there, was managed to get in the hole in front of the camera is always nice.
And how have you been up until now?
Not too bad, a couple of bogeys, but that's got me in good shape for the last 9 holes.
Confident indeed. Now then, Matt Gauntlet from the West Herts Club. And pretty good, not quite good enough. Now then, Ben Lavard. Let's see what he can do, representing Beadlow. And Well, do you know, that just seemed to trickle away at the very last. It was like a leg break almost. Sometimes curse these balls when they don't do exactly as they're told, and that was never quite going in. Only a tap in for David Gurr there from Burr Hill, the Surrey club. Birdie putt for Gauntlet. And that's another one, right at the very last second. How infuriating is that? Makes all the difference on the scorecard. And he plays off one.
Well, I think it's just a recognition of what the club has on offer. We're delighted to see so much success. Really, we've seen Camberwell build from obviously a very young age, only 25 years ago. We're always expanding. We've got another 9 holes being built now on the par 3, so we'll soon be 54 holes, and that's exciting. We're delighted to have you guys along, and it's a pleasure to have you.
Well, the pleasure is all ours, I do assure you. James Edwards, representing the Huddersfield Golf Club, which is known as Fixby throughout the world, not just in Yorkshire. How good is that? And let's see if Gibbons can match it. Well, if he holds it, it's for birdie, but we don't see that too often. And it's amazing, isn't it, how the water seems to almost magnetise the ball. The water seems to get closer as the ball drops on the green, but it was pretty good. Well, this young man plays at the Rosendale Club in Lancashire, which has got better and better and better over the years. And so's the youth team. Harry Lord playing off scratch. 4 over, not surprising in these conditions, nothing to be ashamed about there. Nothing to be ashamed about there, it just didn't do him any favours. Just being by the water can be intimidating. They've all got cool heads. On the 17th here for birdie, that would improve the score no end, and it does indeed. That's a lovely finish. 3 under par, James Edwards. And this for bogey. Only looks a little trickler, and it was, even less than that. 18 inches for Jamie there. Stays at +2. Now the grass here isn't too thick for Ben. Ben Walker representing Huddersfield. Absolutely delightful club and a delightful shot there. They've got a beautiful clubhouse at Fixby. Very ancient, over 100 years old. That Hawk. Never quite had the conviction with that shot, I don't think. For Ben. Look at the curl on that. Strange things, greens. Anyway, it doesn't leave Ben with too much to do. And stays at 2 over par as we move on to Ted Davies, as he prefers to be known. Don't get too many Teds around these days, do you? Interesting lad. He also played football at Burnley and Everton and Rochdale, and regards himself as a bit of a comic. As for Matthew Hawke here, +15. And Matthew's an interesting person as well. He plays the trumpet in his spare time, but I think he takes up a lot of his time with his golf, more than the trumpet. Let's see if all the practice has paid off for him. Known as a good putter, and he's proved it. I'm glad he did that. And hats off. Been a pretty good day all round. And they've beaten the elements, and Huddersfield and Burr Hill beat them better than anybody else, with West Herts also going through, but no progression for Beadlow Manor this year. David Gurr with that 72, the best gross, and Ben Walker from Huddersfield with the best net score of 69.
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
We're pinching ourselves a little bit. We can't believe we've managed to win today. Very tough conditions, very cold, and the guys have all played fantastically well and shot some fantastic scores.
And this is the lucky octet of clubs that are going to Portugal. Cruden Bay and Kilmarnock Barassi from Scotland, Wilth Wells and Carmarthen from Wales, Burr Hill and West Herts, Rosendale and Huddersfield, all from England.
Well, I have here alongside me Alan Tate, PGA professional and ex-European Tour player. Welcome, Alan, to the Junior Team Golf Home Nations Final.
Thank you. I'm so excited about this week. I can only imagine how the kids are feeling. I mean, this is a proper golf tournament. We've got the TV cameras here, the crowds are here, the mum and dads. You know, it's such a great opportunity for these kids this week. And you never know, there might be a couple of potential Ryder Cup stars that will be watching this week. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's wonderful and a brilliant opportunity for the kids. They'll have never played anything like this. So I'm sure it'll be a great week's golf.
Thanks, Alan. Well, obviously, we're looking forward to seeing what the juniors are going to do. Join us after the break for some thrilling action. Welcome back to the magnificent Morgado Golf Resort, and here the juniors have been enjoying some fantastic facilities. There's a 60-bay driving range, great putting and chipping areas, and of course the two spectacular championship courses, the Morgado and the Alamos. Now, once they come off the course, they are completely looked after with regard to their diet. The head chef has tailored a special menu for them. And as far as R&R is concerned, as soon as they come off the course, the kids have been making full use of two great pools because the weather has been absolutely lovely and sunny this week. Well, you may not guess where I am, but I'm still in Morgado, but this is a hidden treasure trove, a gem of fruit groves. There are oranges, lemons, grapefruits, olives, and we have 27 hectares of vineyards which are producing their wines this year for the first time. But I've also been warned that there are wild boar that roam these groves, looking for fallen fruit and any TV presenters that get in their way, so I better head back off to the golf course. Well, let's have a look at the competition format. 8 clubs have qualified to be here in Morgado, and they'll initially play in 2 pools with 2 match play games in each 4-ball. Well, Alan, there are a couple of teams in contention. They've been playing quite well.
Yeah, I mean the team West Hearts and Burhill, you know, really strong. So, you know, everybody's playing well. It's a tough day. Conditions are tough, but for me at the moment, the team from Burhill are the sort of standout team at the moment. They're really enjoying it. Their tails are up. You can see them walking down the fairway. They're all, you know, high-fiving each other. They're right up for it. So they're in a strong position, but there's still a lot of golf to be played. And on this golf course, anything can happen. So there's still, you know, still a lot of work to be done.
And have you got any sort of sneaky selections at all?
Well, I've got a sentimental choice, so that's the Kilmarnock Brassy. So I grew up as a lad right next door to Kilmarnock Brassy. So my heart says Kilmarnock Brassy. At the moment, my head's saying Burhill. So sorry to the boys at Brassy, but fingers crossed. It'll be great golf, whatever happens.
Well, let's go and see how they're getting on. In Pool A, Burhill have shown their true class by beating all comers to the top of the table. But Cruden Bay look favourites to pick second spot in the table after their 5-1 victory over Wilthwells on day 2.
Same 6 players have played in all our competitions. Amazing bunch of lads.
In our groups, it's like quite tight just now, so it could come down to how much holes you won by. Keep going to the end.
Can't wait. Yeah, bring it on. Let's go now.
We've not got our first win yet, so it would be nice to get one.
The lads have really come together, which has been good to see. We've got a chance to represent in England.
Keep them calm, not too much, put too much pressure on themselves. Just enjoy it.
Luke Barton got Rossendale off to a flying start with a 4-3 win over the previously unbeaten Cruden Bay captain, Cameron Gray. In the next 3 matches, Cruden Bay established their superiority with comfortable wins for Alistair Kinghorn over Thomas Davis, 3-2. Ross Connon, 6-5 over Jake Paolo Yeoman, and Matthew Clacker, 2-up over Isaac Gregson. Jack Wedgeworth, Rossendale captain, then stopped the rot by halving his match with Ryan Bruce. However, Josh Allardyce fought hard to win 3-2 over Daniel Holland to give Cruden Bay a 4.5, 1.5 victory. thereby securing their place in the third and fourth playoffs.
The weather here is 1,000 times better than it is at home.
They've been amazing. You know, I'm very lucky in that I've got a very, very strong team. Yeah, we're doing really well.
Get the team out, get them pumped up and focus on carrying on winning.
Played better than I normally do. We got a win, so that's all we wanted.
Beyond expectations, the team have been absolutely fantastic. Parents, supporters, loving it.
Just enjoy it, just go and play golf.
Burr Hill #1 David Gurr fought hard in the top of the order match against Zach Baker to win 3-1 to record his first win of the competition. In the second string match, Jessica Adams overwhelmed Aaron Evans 8-6 for her third consecutive win of the competition. Wilf Wells mounted a fight back with Grace Edwards overcoming Thomas Hawke 6-4. However, Burr Hill proved too strong in the remaining 3 matches, with captain Sasha Crockett easing past Kieran Price 5-3. Elliot McGregor beating Kerry Jones 4-2. And Ben Wilson 3 out of 3 wins with a convincing 7-6 win over Tom Offer. So we can see from the leaderboard, Burr Hill comfortably qualify for the Junior Team Golf Championship final with 3 wins out of 3. Cruden Bay with 2 wins out of 3 are undisputed runners-up and play in the third and fourth playoff match. Wilf Wells, benefiting from their first day win over Rossendale, will play off for the 5th and 6th place. This sadly pushes Rossendale, in spite of their valiant effort against Cruden Bay, into the 7th and 8th decider. We're here at the 15th of the Alamosh course, and this is towards the end of the round for most of the juniors. I'm here with Alan, who's going to give us the benefit of his expertise. So Alan, what are these juniors facing here?
Well, it's not the longest hole in the world, but it can play very tricky. It's only 277 yards from the white tee here, but there's a hazard all the way down the right. There's a little bit of trouble on the left, so you really just want to hit something about 200, 220 yards, which will hopefully leave just a little chip across the hazard.
Okay, well, let's have a go.
All right. I think that's just about perfect.
Yeah, how's that looking? It's just about...
No, that's ideal.
That's ideal,
I'm
right in the
happy
middle.
with that, yeah. So, yeah, that's probably about 210 down there. That'll only leave me maybe about a 70 or 80 yard second shot. So that's ideal there. I'm happy with that.
Excellent, let's go and see it.
All right.
Well, Alan, this looks pretty much perfect to me. What do you think?
This is ideal. I'm delighted with this. As I say, that was a couple of 100 yards. Perfect position. I reckon I'm about 80 yards to the pin. It's just a nice lob wedge.
Okay, let's see how we go.
All right. Just needs to land a little bit soft. That's fine, middle of the green, maybe 15, 20 feet right. So I'm happy with that. As I say, no damage done. It would be a silly hole to make 5 or 6. So that I'm happy with that.
Excellent. Well, Alan, I tell you what, if that had been my shot, I'd have been jumping around and cheering. That's a fabulous shot.
Well, I've covered the 227 metres with a 4-iron and a lob wedge to, what, 18, 19 feet from the hole. The greens here at Alamosh are beautiful, I have to say, for the time of year. Fantastic. So I've left myself a little bit of a downhill putt here, slightly left to right. I've managed to get up onto the same tier as the pin, which is great. But this is going to be pretty slick, and with the new rules of golf now, I can keep the pin in as well. So everything's going in my favour here.
I've got everything crossed, but I don't think you'll need it.
Oh,
well. I think
bingo.
beers are on you.
I think so. Again.
Well, now we come to Pool B's first 2 days matches, and a very interesting scenario could unfold. West Hearts look to be in pole position, but mustn't lose to Huddersfield, with Barassi also in the hunt for a championship place if they beat an improving Carmarthen.
Unbelievably proud. They've all played superbly well.
Yeah, very pleased, yeah. A week away in the sun, nice.
Fingers crossed this time the lucky shots will go in our favour.
You just got to dig in and play for your club and
go and win as many games as we can.
Unbelievable experience, great courses, great facilities.
The team have represented Kilmarnock Barassi excellent. All on the tee in time and they've all been playing great.
Everyone goes out, plays to their best ability, see what happens, hopefully get a win.
With the bit between their teeth, Carmarthen were on fire, and their number one, Bryn Thomas, triumphed 2-1 in a tight match against Barassi's Ewan Milligan. Ewan's teammate John McCracken also found the going tough against Jamie Dean, losing 4-2. With Ross MacDonald and Ben Watson both succumbing 3-2 on the 16th to their Carmarthen opponents, Iestyn McAvoy and Kasumi Tran. Carmarthen then finished the business at hand with Scott Jones beating Fraser Wallace 5-4 and Sean Hazelby crushing Craig Arentz 7-5 to complete an amazing 6-0 whitewash, and that against a Barassi team who on the previous day had triumphed against the English champions Huddersfield.
Put in a good performance and try and win well again.
We're buzzing to be here.
It's just a question of winning.
Go out and do the best, not put too much pressure on themselves.
You know, these guys can play. They're really good.
The team has played really well. They're terrific. They're the best bunch of kids.
I'm confident the team will do well. Confident in every one of the players.
We've won both games so far, so that's 2 out of 2.
Win every game. Every game is very important.
Huddersfield started the day knowing that anything less than a 3.5, 2.5 victory against West Hearts would see them relinquishing the opportunity for a championship spot to their opponents. First match out saw honours even with West Hearts' Matthew Gauntlet all square against James Edwards after 18 gruelling holes. Ben Walker got Huddersfield on the scoresheet with a 5-3 victory over Zach Little. However, West Hearts were not about to concede, and Alex Raybould showed everyone how it should be done with a 3-2 win over Dylan Shaw Radford, thereby tying the match. But it was not to be. Freddie Simmons, despite a valiant effort, could not overcome Huddersfield's Louis Walsh, who triumphed 1-up on the 18th. Huddersfield now, with finishing flag in sight, saw Jessica Hoskin win 2-up against Adam Ward on the 18th. And their place in the final was secured with Dominic Hughes beating Edgar Crook 1-up on the final hole to take the score to 4.5, 1.5. So Pool B's final leaderboard shows Huddersfield claiming their championship spot and edging West Hearts into the 3rd and 4th playoff match. Carmarthen's 6-0 sterling performance over Barassi saw them leapfrog the Scottish team to secure the 5th and 6th playoff place, with Barassi having to be content with the 7th and 8th spot. Well, earlier we saw this fabulous resort in all its glory, and right now I'm here with Sonia Silva, the hotel's general manager. Sonia, thanks once again for hosting us here at Morgado. How's it felt having us here?
Okay, first of all, I have to thank to the junior team to bring this tournament for the 3rd year. It's a pleasure for us to welcome all of you, and it makes us feel very nice.
Well, we've enjoyed being here. Hopefully you'll have us back next year.
Yes, we can book it right now. Bring the juniors, their families and their friends, and I think it's the perfect combination.
Oh, well,
thank you very
much. We'll put a
much.
date in our diary.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, join us after the break for the 3rd and 4th playoffs, and more importantly, that championship final. See you then.
Welcome back to the Algarve and the superb Morgado Golf Resort, a little slice of heaven on a glorious day such as this. And it's the third and fourth playoff match between Cruden Bay and West Herts that's going to command our attention first. Cruden Bay from Aberdeenshire, representing Scotland, and West Herts, of course, from England. The two captains are Cameron Gray and Lewis Titcombe. Let's hear from some of the lads.
We've now played 3, lost 1, won 2. The lads have all played fantastic.
I would probably say it's a wee bit nervous. If you don't have nerves, it wouldn't be golf, I suppose, especially the size of this tournament, especially the opposition you're up against. It's always going to be a great standard of golf, no matter what.
We'll take 3rd place. We don't want 4th. We're going up tomorrow hard, going out to win.
Hope so. I really hope so. I need to hopefully get 3rd, touch wood.
We're all very, very pleased to be here, and to even get to this stage is unbelievable. We're proud of what they've achieved, and you know, they should be proud as well.
They're young, they're resilient, they're brilliant.
And I think they're all up for it. They're all really up for it.
It's huge. Everything's huge. The whole week has been huge, and we could have come 8th, and we'd have loved every minute of it. And we're going to do our best to come 3rd.
We'll do well. Going for 3rd, definitely, yeah.
Never gon' slack, never gon' slack, never gon' slack, never gon' slack.
And I think the beauty of it is that these lads never lose the enthusiasm and the realisation that they're enjoying their time out here in Portugal. And the first player we're going to look at here is Ali Kinghorn, 18 years of age, known as the legend. Quite how you can become a legend at 18, I'm not sure. Now, this lad's father was a very good player. Sam Little was the father of Zach, already playing off 4 at the age of 14. A little bit shy. Not personally, just the shot there. You see spectators shielding their eyes against the sun. So the second shot will tell us whether he's got the composure and the skill, and he's got it in abundance. Beautiful play. Very composed. He looks composed, doesn't he? So calm, a lot of these players. Kinghorn's got a good 25 feet to go here. And brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But look, not a smile, he's just concentrating on the job, is Alistair from Cruden Bay. Formed in 1899, that club, by the way. West Herts in 1890, just 9 years earlier. When there were only about 40 golf clubs in England. Now this looks pretty good as well. It's got to creep on by. Another 4 or 5 feet to negotiate. And another example of a job to be done on the face. Josh Allardyce, studying at the Peterhead Academy. And he's now got a 3-foot putt to study as well. Our first look here at Edgar Crook. A great name. It's a bit of an old-fashioned name, but I'm sure Edgar doesn't mind that, and he doesn't mind that putt either. Known as the Postman. Well, he's just delivered. Lovely blue skies, fluffy white clouds, we don't mind those. Actually, perfect conditions for playing golf, which I'm sure they all appreciate. Matthew Clacker, who wants, well, he's already an apprentice mechanical engineer, big Aberdeen fan. Todry, and a big golfing fan, but that's a rather too big a blow as well, overshooting the green, only by about 4 or 5 feet, not too bad. Our first look at Lewis Titcombe. He's also an apprentice already, apprentice electrician, and fires this one in. A little round of applause for that. Well played, Lewis. The captain of the team and a big Chelsea fan as well. The Blues. There'll be a few Blues if this doesn't get close for Clacker. One down at the moment. Oh, that's a very good effort. Very good indeed. They give me on all days. Just remind you, by the way, that all matches go to the 18th. The reason for that is if it's a tie, it goes down to the holes won and lost, and that's a winner. That really is a winner. What a beautiful stroke. hint of a smile from Lewis. 2 up now, so he should be smiling. Well, smallish breeze, as you could tell from the trees there, as we have a look here at a player who's a 1 up at the moment, Matt Gauntlet, junior captain at his club, and that's one of the reasons why he's very effective with the putter. It's where you score, it's where you make up the scores. Cameron Gray slithers on by, but it's slithered 4 or 5 feet by for Cameron. He's 1 down at the moment, and every putt is vital. It is about 4 feet. He's got the line, but he's slight misread, I suspect, and yeah, it's a pick-up, so it's a victory for Matthew Gauntlet. 2 and 1 for West Herts. They're on the board. And this is how we stand. First blow to West Herts with Matthew's 2 and 1 triumph. But Cruden Bay well placed in 2 of the other matches. Ryan Bruce certainly set for victory. West Herts are up in 3 with captain Lewis Titcombe well on the way to recording another win for the English.
We're at that nail-biting stage of the 3rd and 4th place playoffs. Let's rejoin the action with John.
These 2 teams, they put behind the disappointment of knowing they're not going to be the winners this year, but even to finish 3rd or 4th is prestigious, to say the least. As we have a look here at Ali Kinghorn, goes to the University of Aberdeen studying engineering. Also likes to meditate, well, not while he's on the course, I hope. He's 3 up in his match, so a birdie here could seal it. Just going to drift, and it was not a misread, but mispaced. So little, and his dad will have been watching with interest. And I was going to say would have liked what he's seen. He's seen a lot of very good golf from Zach, that is for sure, but not quite good enough today. Five up. The Cruden Bay player Ryan Bruce. Oh, that looks very, very close to the water. It could be an optical illusion. His favourite player, by the way, interesting, Appy Banrat, the Thai golfer. Peters 5 down. Noah Peters. And that looks to be a bit close to the drink as well, but as I say, I think that possibly is an optical illusion. They didn't appear too concerned, although there's a shake of the head. So this to go in would be very nice. And he's had a terrific day, he really has, and that sums it up. That was delicate, but played with almost perfection. Favouring the putter, and a little bit light, just a fraction. But this game is all about fractions. Just moving slightly right to left, and nicely done. And that seals it. Ryan Bruce, 5 and 4, the point for Cruden Bay. Little on the 17th. Every hole becomes more crucial, especially when you're 2 down. Up into the blue azure. And down hopefully onto the green. It's a bit short. Kinghorn's in a good position here at 2 up. A lot of lovely golf courses around Aberdeen. Cruden Bay just one of them. Well, the length was good, the direction not quite so good. Similar shot for Little. Got to get the ball up and down quickly. And he's achieved that very well. Any pro would have been proud of that one. But I suppose it's a common ambition for all these youngsters. They would love to earn a living playing this game. Kinghorn 2 up. And agonising. Nearly, nearly, nearly. That little word if again. If only. Has to go in for Little. And does. No problem. Calm as you like for Zach. A little nod of the head. Off he goes. Now the situation in this match is that Alex Raybould is 1 up. He's not just a good golfer, by the way. He's played cricket at county level. went on an England tour to Dubai. Ooh, that's not the spot to be. Not by a long way. Although he's got plenty of green to work with. He'll need it. Ross Connon, another Aberdeen fan. He actually caddies at Cruden Bay as well as plays as much golf as he can. Known as the best driver of the young players at his club. So here he is, one down on the 17th green. This would be an amazing birdie were he to achieve it. Up through the little bit of rough, across the huge green here at Morgado. And that is very, very beautifully judged as far as pace is concerned. Raybould, just a little chip, open the club face, let it run down. And how well's he judged this? You can gauge from that it could hardly have been any better. Again, you'll hear the wind almost ripping through the microphones. With a gallery of one. And Raybould finishes off. Well done, picks up the flag. All part of the great etiquette of the game. And nice to see them both, a little punch of the fist. Tells you he feels he's still in it. So let's have a look at the way it all finished then in this battle for third and fourth places at Morgado. And it's West Hearts who take the honour of finishing third. A convincing margin there as well, with victories for Matthew Gauntlet, Alex Raybould, Lewis Titcombe and Edgar Crook. Ryan Bruce, the only winner for Cruden Bay. There's still a lot of exciting golf to be played here in Portugal. Don't go away. Welcome back to Morgado. Well, they say practice makes perfect, and talking of perfect, here's Shoba with Alan.
Well, Alan, I know it's been an enthralling week and you have been keeping a close eye on all the action. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the golf's been absolutely fantastic. It's been an absolute joy to watch it this week. All the competitors have really played hard and they're all enjoying it, which is the main thing. Any
predictions, Alan? We've got Huddersfield, Burhill in the final.
Well, I said Burhill at the start of the week. That was my tip, and no one likes a smart Alec, but I've come this far, so I'm going to have to stick with my my gut feeling at the beginning. So it's Burhill for me, but good luck to everyone.
Well, exactly. All we can say is to Burhill and Huddersfield, the very best of luck, and may the best team win.
So proud of my team. Everyone has worked so hard this week. Hold those clutch parts, make those up and downs, because that is going to be what's necessary.
The dream when you come and play a comp like this is to go all the way and win it. We've got to the final, so everyone's obviously done the bit. You know, everyone's played well. The way I see it, you're still hitting the ball down the field. It's just golf. If you hit it where you want to hit it, then you'll do all right.
Huddersfield, I wish you the best of luck tomorrow, but watch your backs because Burhill is coming.
Burhill, I'd just like to wish you good luck because you're going to need it.
So let battle commence. It's called friendly rivalry, and good to see 4 girls in these final lineups representing Burhill and Huddersfield, an all-English final here at Morgado. Really looking forward to this. There have been some great names over the years played in this competition, and listen for the sound of this. I said that because it gives it a fair old whack, and he receives a rich ovation. That's just where he wanted to be. He's not even bothering to look. Now, David Gert, let's see if he can match that. No nerves now. Well, they're saying good shot. He looks a little anxious. David, by the way, is a photography student, keen ice skater, and favourite player, Emiliano Grillo. Unusual selection. Has he got the right club selection here? Yeah, I just saw it there, just right on the edge of the green. He's a very tall lad, is Edwards, and say he gave it a good crack off the first tee, and he's continuing to strike the ball very effectively. Such an important match, the first one out. But they're all jolly good pals, these lads. Many of them internationals. They represent their country as well as their clubs. And they're still all square here, of course. Well, that's a good 45 to 50 feet. And not bad, only about 3 feet left. In sublime conditions. Just look at that. Birdie opportunity. He'll be ecstatic if he holds this. Not the best line. And, trifle disappointed, I think it's fair to say. So go for par. Right line, has it got the length? Not quite. Wasn't quite hit emphatically enough. That's a gimme. So this for James to go one up. Looked fairly straightforward. Got to be positive. And positive he certainly is. The outgoing captain of the Halifax and Huddersfield Golf Union for juniors. What a super scene that is. Anybody would want to be here. Well, I was referring to the quartet of girls, one of whom is Sasha Crockett. Good cricketer as well as a golfer. I suppose the two can go together. Just right on the edge there. Referring to the cricket, she actually was in the Surrey team, which won a title. She's studying medicine. She also sings in a choir. You could call that a busy life. I would imagine she's quite a daunting competitor, but that's not the best shot we've seen from Sasha all day. So no ripple of applause for that one. Jessica, she's a netball player as well as a golfer, and that certainly is well done. Pick it up and take it away. Yep. So 6 up the situation of this match. Really promising young player, Sasha. She thunders that one by. But in the situation of the match, where it's back to 5. And Edwards is in decent shape here at 4 up as well. His second shot to this 14th at Morgado. Good swing. Has it got a good finish? Well, he's managed to avoid the sand. Should get down in 2 from there, if not 1. Which will probably do him, unless Kerr puts this very, very close. Well, that's a decent effort. Avoided the water at all cost. Still moving, look, that ball. A little bit of wind adding to the test that Morgado definitely is. This competition's been played in Spain in previous years, but coming here to Portugal, the lads and lasses have truly enjoyed themselves. That's why they skip on and still. Stop, for goodness sake, stop. Still 2 teams here, trying to wrest the initiative and trying to register the first point of the day. Well, that's a tap in. Take that one. David's been up against it. So for the Fixby Club from Huddersfield. That's good enough as well. So in goes the flag, but it's back to 3. So David Kerr is alive and kicking. So Louis Walsh here, all square in his match on the 11th, 166 metres. And again, a beautiful shot captured by our cameraman, and a beautiful golfing shot as well. A little unlucky for that not to finish closer. Once the ball bounces on these greens, they can run. Harley Yates, who's type 1 diabetic. In fact, there are 2 players here who suffer from diabetes, but don't let it affect their golf at all. And here he is again then. Birdie chip at the 11th. We call it a birdie chip. Really all they consider is not getting actually in the hole, but get it as close to that flag as possible. And that's delightfully executed. Again, it's just going to roll a little further than he would have wished. So Louis for the birdie. And so long as he seals the par, I think he'll be happy enough with that. Just for par. No. Oh, I said no a little prematurely there, but it was always a fraction hard, and that's why it hit the hole and decided to stay out. So back to this game here with David Gurr 3 down now. So he's managed to cut the deficit. It's all about keeping your rhythm when you get to this stage of a match, self-belief as well that you can still win the point for your team. But Edwards is 3 up. What is amazing is that some of these lads have only been playing the game for about 3 years, and many of them have got their handicaps down by 10 shots in the past 12 months. The travelling army behind. Gurr starting to run out of holes a little bit. I'm not sure he's got that right either. He sort of stabbed at that one a little bit. Didn't seem to come cleanly out of the face of the club. Hence another 7 or 8 feet left. But Burhill and Huddersfield, 2 lovely traditional golfing clubs. And Edwards edging ever closer. As the ball edges ever closer, it won't quite drop, and you can see the disappointment etched there on the face. Really does need this. No, he was walking after it as soon as he hit the shot. Knew it wasn't going to be. So Huddersfield, a 4-3 victory for James Edwards. They're on the scoreboard. And as we pick up Jessica again. Nice rhythm to the swing. Good take back. And a pretty good result too. She is up against the dominant opponent in Sasha. 4 up in the match. And very capable of sealing victory, I'm sure, but she's given herself a shot she didn't particularly want. See how much sand she takes with this one. Got it a little bit thin, so she's going to have another 15 feet to go. The match is alive. Hosking 4 down on the 11th, but this for birdie to get 1 back. It's an outside chance. Applause for Jessica's effort there. Goes to the Rastrick High School, member of the England training squad. Crockett, more experienced, but just struggled a little on this hole, having gone in the sand. So a bogey putt for her. A little bit of encouragement then for Jessica. Surely she'll make this. Oh, I'm amazed that wasn't given, to be fair. That just shows what a competitor the opponent is. Well done, she kept her nerve. They can be missed, believe you and me. Ben Walker here. 2 down on the 15th. Second shot for the Yorkshire Club. There's some beautiful golf courses around Huddersfield. Woodsum Hall as well as the Fixby Club. Birdie putt then, but he's using the putter. It's a good, 35, 40 feet. Not a lot of it flat. Plenty of work left there. Now for Burhill, one of the Hawk twins. Yes, surely, yes, beautifully done. Matthew and Thomas Hawke, identical twins, 15 years of age, both naturally playing off 4. Louis Walsh is 2 up and only 5 to go, including this 14th. Reads that pretty well. Again, a long putt. We've seen a lot of long putts today. Not seen too many actually hold. Of course, they all have to push or carry their own trolleys or bags. Yates is 2 down, coming from rather barren land. Don't think that's going to trouble him over much, and we've seen before where they've got a little close to the water. That was another one. And look about the putting style here, the left hand below the right. Always looks a bit awkward to me. If it works for you, why not? And that's a perfect example of how to execute it that way. A birdie now would go down very nicely on that scorecard. Again, a reminder, all matches go to the 18th. In terms of the match situation, that was a pickup. Only about 3 feet. One of those that doesn't look too difficult, but is. How infuriating is that for Louis? Here we have it then. Huddersfield 1 up after that victory for James Edwards. Matthew Hawke, Sasha Crockett and Elliot McGregor up in their matches. Dylan Shaw-Radford and Louis Walsh in the ascendancy at the moment. For Huddersfield, it's tight.
Well, the finale of the Junior Team Golf Home Nations Final is on the horizon. Join us after the break and we'll catch up with the players. Well, welcome back to the championship match, and it seems that things are pretty even Stevens at the moment. But before we go back to the action, I have with me here Georges Papa, who is the golf director at Morgado Golf Resort. Hello, Georges.
Hi.
You've been watching the action, I hear.
Yes, actually, I'm very pleased with the level of golf. It's fantastic. Young players playing just fine. Whether the conditions today are tough. So I'm very pleased, and I'm very, very surprised with the level of golf actually. So as you know, we've been hosting 2 major tournaments in Morgado the last 2 years. We had the European Tour 2 years ago, a Challenge Tour event last year, and we're going to have another Challenge Tour event in September. So they're very demanding regarding greens, so we're particularly looking about them, and they look fantastic and they're very fast actually today. With the wind, the conditions are very tough.
Here, well said, Georges. So a reminder, this is the way the game is going. Huddersfield up by 1 point at the moment after that victory for James Edwards, but it is tight, as you can see. Sasha Crockett 3 up on Jessica Hosking is in particularly good shape for Burhill, and it is the Burhill player that we go to first again here now. Harley Yates. He's coached by Zane Scotland, who was, you may remember, the youngest ever qualifier for the Open Championship. Louis Walsh is 1 up, representing Huddersfield. Those trees look a bit daunting, could get in the way, and that might well be a daunting shot. And he's left himself. The wind comes into play when he's in the meadows. He's 1 up, doesn't want to lose that initiative now. Oh, it's well played for Mayer. In fact, it's better than well played. Excellent, sir. A little spring in his step. This for birdie. For Harley. Always missing, I think. Yeah, coming down the slope. Never quite on line, but a difficult read, that one. Well, this would be an excellent par if he's to get it after the trouble he found himself in. Oh, what a finish. What a finish. That's terrific. Really good. Yep, no problem. As Georges was saying, you know, the players are so impressive and far more than you do expect at these tender years. And they conduct themselves impeccably. Ben Walker's 2 down and he's on the 17th, so he knows, we know, that he's got to win this hole to stay alive, in the words of the Hollies. That's for older listeners who may remember them. Bit off the green. This looks to be starting left. In fact, well left. And a rather uncomfortable shot to come. They know how to play it. So we saw Ben go into this difficult position here. Oh, he's got a terrific amount of loft on that. He's had too many of that famous breakfast cereal, I think. He really punched it. So a bit of a problem for both players in this match. Ooh, never quite enough. Always a difficult shot to play that, but a lot of green to work with. So it's a bit ragged, is this game, for the moment. Having extolled their virtues. And that's going to still be way short of where he needed to be. So ragged is the word. Can Hawk seal it here? Again, not quite the line he needed. They both found this 17th a really tricky proposition. So Ben really has to hold this. And it's nicely on its way. It's looking good. And oh, that probably sums it up, actually. No fortune for him today. But it's 1-1 in the match here now. So Burhill hitting back. I was talking about the toughness, and I suppose nobody knows that better than a man who once was the course record holder at Carnoustie. Alan.
Well, we're here at the 17th on the Morgado course, and it's the last day of competition. Alan, what will these guys be feeling?
Well, it's a cracking little par 3. They'll be pretty nervous at this point. They'll just want to get the job done. But it's a tough little hole again. You know, it's not the longest, but there's lots of trouble front right here. Big bunker at the front right. Another bunker sort of on the back edge on the right. There's a little bit of a banking on the left-hand side, but anything short right or even a little bit long is you're going to have a tough up and down for par.
Okay, well, let's see how you go.
All right, so we've got about, I think, about 160, 170 downhill, so let's see how we do. That's right at it.
It is, isn't it?
If it's the club, it's a good shot.
It looks pretty good. Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with it, but I can't see it.
Well, Alan, I don't really think you should have been worried. Look at where it's ended up.
Oh, I'm delighted with it. I couldn't see it at all. The sun was straight in my face there as we're coming down the hill. But yeah, absolutely delighted with that. I'm about 12, 13 feet right at the hole. It's a nice uphill putt, but you can see the shadows are getting a bit longer at this time of night, but this is the business end now of the competition. The nerves will really be jangling here. Yeah, big green though, so it's quite a big target, but as I said on the tee, you can see on the left there it all sort of slopes down, so this sort of bailout shot you want to just hit it a little bit left and let it just feed in from the left hand side. But let's see if we can get a great birdie here.
As I said, well, they're waiting for us down at the 18th.
All right, okay. And another birdie. Hey, the boy can still play a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to say, there's no complaints at all, really.
That was impressive, and I can assure you, by the way, that was done in one take. Both times. What a player. Let's see if Shaw Radford's a player. He's one up. Very nice strike. And not a bad result either. Adams one down then at the 17th. Jessica, England player. Not perfect by any means. Well, lovely conditions though for watching golf. And Jessica will shortly achieve her ambition of going on a golf scholarship to the United States. And this is why she deserves it. Super, absolutely super. Surrey's Scratch Order of Merit winner, Jessica Adams at 17. What a future. Shaw Radford one up here in the colours of Huddersfield. He's one of those who's only been playing for 3 years. Quite astonishing, really. Obviously loves the game, obviously plays a lot, and will be playing a lot more. just about to say nicely done. Always looks so simple and never is. So it's a victory here then. 2-1 for Dylan. And another point on the board for Huddersfield. It's nice to see so many parents out here, and many of them just as nervous as the players.
I feel so sick. I haven't eaten anything today. I mean, obviously, whatever the result today, just so delighted to be in the final. What we came here to do was to get the opportunity to try and win. Huddersfield are a great team. We know it's going to be tight. We know it's going to be tough, and a few holes left to make the decision for us all.
And here is Sasha. It's funny how some players love to have their mums and dads supporting. Some get more nervous when they do see them in the gallery. I don't think Sasha suffers from nerves. How about Jessica here from Huddersfield? A member of the England training squad. And playing very nicely as well. But Crockett's 3 up. And her opponent already running out of holes because of that sort of consistency. Well, that was delightful. A little touch of the peak of the cap, well deserved. And it's going to be a point here for Burhill. I would imagine. Birdie putt. Got to sink it. And they'll be shaking hands right now because Sasha Crockett records a triumphant 3-2 scoreline. And this is the situation of the match with it all square. Burhill 2, Huddersfield 2. And the other two matches pretty tight. Huddersfield up in 1 by just 1 hole, and Elliot McGregor 2 up on Bridie Connors.
Really is nip and tuck. We're so nobody's quite working out. There's lots of messages going between us on WhatsApp. We've just had a tremendous week, and we're just really hopeful that the boys and girls can pull it out of the bag now, but we're all a bit nervous.
I think I'm getting nervous as well. McGregor 2 up as we come to the conclusion of what's been a fabulous week as always. So many players have sort of cut their teeth in this tournament and gone on to great things. And that's a tough little shot now. They start to think about the shot on the way though. As we have a look at Bridie. Just 13 years of age, a most improved player at Huddersfield in the last 12 months. And a well played, a chorus in the background. Well, I could have made a corny gag there about the pecking order, but I won't do that. We'll simply watch the golf. And let's see what we can achieve here. Long, long, long way to the hole. Oh, can you believe that? And what a way to win the point. And Burhill go 3-2 ahead. Elliot McGregor, well, they're shouting, well done, Elliot. And the grin tells you he sealed the victory, 3-2. Unexpectedly, I think. Walsh is 1 up for Huddersfield, though. So I wonder, could almost end up with a tie. It's so keen. Now that's just how final should be. Finds the green. That's the first essential. So a second shot here, all important for Harley. He'd like to be inside the opponent's ball, if possible. Not quite. Not quite equidistant either, I don't think. So Burhill 3, Huddersfield 2. It couldn't be more exciting, could it? And this really would put the cat among the pigeons. That's what Huddersfield are looking for. It's a brilliant effort, absolutely super effort, but deserved a better result than that. Crucial. It's more of a trickler. It's downhill, so he has to be aware of not hitting it too hard. Very well gauged. Well, they won't be quite shaking hands just yet. But for Louis, he really could do with holding this to keep Huddersfield's hopes alive. Not quite. And well, you can tell the disappointment. And the reason for that is if this goes in, Burhill will be the winners this year. It'll seal a half a point. What an important putt this one is, and in she goes, and Burhill are the victors. They take it by 3.5 points to 2.5, and what a cracking final this has been. Well played, everybody. All the 8 teams, it's cuddles all round. And here is the final result then. Burhill 3.5 to Huddersfield's 2.5, but it could not have been tighter. As you can gauge from that caption, there were some wonderful matches. We've seen some brilliant golf from these youngsters.
Well, it's been a fantastic day of golf here. Congratulations to Burhill. They are worthy home nations champions. Alan, it's been brilliant, hasn't it, today?
It's been a fantastic day. It's come right down to the wire. Huddersfield pushed them all the way, but Burhill just too strong in the end. And I'm sure the members of Burhill Golf Club will raise a few celebratory glasses tonight. A fantastic couple of days and lots of superstars in the making here.
It's been great for Burhill. Also, bad luck to Huddersfield. Alan, it's been great having you here with me this week. All I can say is goodbye from Alan and myself. See you next year at Morgado. Bye-bye.
Well, thanks to our team, Shoba and Alan. Well done, Burhill. Worthy champions after some scintillating golf. And the 8 competing teams have all earned their dinner tickets here at Morgado. Time to relax. Time to enjoy one another's company. New friendships are formed, and there have been so many winners this week. Individual prizes were handed out for those taking the honours in the various categories. And of course, there are photos to be had for the family album. Morgado has been an excellent host, so thanks to them, indeed thanks all round as we say goodbye from Portugal.